I was gonna make a little comedy skit bit here, but I deleted the script, and I can't be asked remaking it. So yeah, the update sucks. Let's get into it.
Yeah, like I just said, the update is terrible. With the release of Overwatch, it seemed like Valve kind of panicked and thought they needed to copy it in order to compete. They wanted to be in with the current generation of games and thus change what TF2 was. Overwatch is matchmaking, why shouldn't TF2? Overwatch is leveling, why shouldn't TF2? Overwatch is casual, why shouldn't TF2? These all seem like questions Valve said when they were making these changes. Let's address the elephant in the room. Casual. This change seems to come literally out of nowhere, like the new kid at school, no one really likes it. There have been hundreds upon thousands of complaints about the new casual matchmaking system. Why are the wait times so long? Why can't we stay on a server after we finish? Why does it look like the MVM solo section? Why does everything disappear randomly?
That last one was only by me. You should probably check out the book video section. Honestly,
Valve seems to have listened slightly. Some of the older complaints have been fixed and they are working on it, but you know what Valve is like when working on things. Though, to their credit, I've never seen TF2 updated more than the past few weeks, so good on you, Valve. Keep going. You can do it eventually, buddy. So, how does casual work? Well, it's simple. It's quick play, but worse. You just select your game mode and what maps you want, and then it does the MVM thing of putting you in a server. So basically, the whole finding game bit is now like MVM. Before a specific patch that Valve added, you actually couldn't select the map that you wanted to play, but thankfully the holy light of Gaben came down and he said, "You can have this back, you sons of bitches!" By this point I bet the informed are like, "But Nate, what's that thing in the left corner?" Well, random person, I'm glad you asked. That is useless. Supposedly what happens in general games where you have a level is you are put up against people of a similar level of you, but Valve said, nah, we're not gonna do that, and you just get matched up with any old level. Though you can actually click on that thing, and it makes a tink noise. When it spins, I forget how lonely I am inside. So, now that casual is out of the way, what about the big seller, the thing that everyone was waiting for? Competitive. It's alright, I guess. Honestly, I tried TF2 competitive a few years ago with some friends, and I wasn't really that happy with it. It's kind of not my thing. Everyone just kind of took it a bit too seriously for me. The rounds were too long, and people just weren't very nice. Though that's just my experience. I'm sure others have had better ones, and there are a lot of nice TF2 comp players out there. Thankfully though, Team Fortress 2 official competitive is a lot shorter than the fan-made competitive. Fast-paced, best of 3 rounds and control points and King of the Hill. Sometimes you might get an attack and defend map that could go on for a while, but it's a nice change of pace after a while. One problem I found though was instead of doing the CSGO way of ranking, which is you play until you win 10 matches and then get your rank, everyone kind of starts at the bottom. This makes no sense. You could argue that everyone who is good at the bottom will rise to the top, but what if they join late and people have found their rank? They'll be left with new teammates who won't help them very much. So people who might be a bit late to TF2 competitive, like myself, might not want to play it. Also, side note, Team Fortress 2 is a team-based game, so I highly recommend you play with friends. I tried going in on my own and yeah, it didn't go so well. Then again, the early players were all put into one big pot. Honestly, now that I think about it, I'd rather miss that. So no, that's out of the way. What do I think of the update? Could have been better, but honestly, it could have been a lot worse. I just wish more people were happy about Heavy vs Pyro, even if the whole thing is ending pretty soon. So, in summary, this update seems like Valve's response to Overwatch being launched, and instead of taking the gun from Overwatch's hands and making themselves look cool, they kinda shot themselves in the foot. Anyway, that just about wraps up the video. What do you think about the update? Make sure to tell me in the comments below and I'll try and get around to your any responses.